Good morning students. Today we will start chapter number 11, three dimensional geometry. This chapter is related to the chapter number 10 vector which we had done. Now in this chapter first exercise, we have to deal with direction ratios and direction cosines, and we know how to find the direction ratios and direction cosines. There are three axes: x-axis, y-axis and z-axis. Any vector, this is the vector which makes the angle with x-axis, y-axis or z-axis, alpha, beta, gamma. These are the cosine, cos angle. So these are your direction cosine. Cos of alpha, cos beta and cos gamma. Cos alpha is vector makes an angle with x-axis, cos beta makes an angle with y-axis and gamma is vector makes an angle with z-axis. So if the angles are given to you, then you can easily find out the direction cosine. See your first question of exercise 11.1. If a line makes an angle 90 degree, 135 degree and 45 degree with x, y and z axis, find its direction cosine. So we can put the angles in this: cos 90, cos 135 and cos 45. What is the value of cos 90? 0. Cos 35. Cos 35 can be written as 90 plus 45. Cos 90 plus 45. This is in second quadrant. So cos minus sin 45. So value is minus 1 by root 2. Similarly, cos 45 we know 1 by root 2. So these are the direction cosine: 0, minus 1 by root 2, 1 by root 2. Second question. Find the direction cosine of a line which makes the equal angle with the coordinate axis. So this is the equal angle: cos alpha, cos alpha, cos alpha. So values will be same. So we can write it 1, 1, 1 because all the values are equal. In simplest form, we will write down the direction ratios. So 1, 1, 1 are the direction ratios. But we have to find direction cosines. How we will find the direction cosines? Divide each term by its magnitude. Magnitude is, you can write it r. 1 square plus 1 square plus 1 square, it will come up to be root 3. So 1 by root 3, 1 by root 3, 1 by root 3. Either plus or minus. Clear? So these are the direction cosines. Next question, third. If a line has direction ratios are given, in this question direction ratios are given, what are its direction cosines? Let's see how to find direction cosines. Direction ratios are given minus 18, 12, minus 4. Firstly change it into simplest form: minus 9, 6, minus 2. By dividing it on the common table, that is 2. Now, so these are the direction ratios. Now we will find direction cosine. To find the direction cosine, divide each term by its magnitude. So firstly calculate its magnitude. Let it be r. Minus 9 square plus 6 square plus minus 2 square. 81 plus 36 plus 4. On addition we get 121. This is the square root of 11. So minus 9 by 11, 6 by 11 and minus 2 by 11. These are the direction cosines. Next, show that the points are collinear. So what is the property to check the points are collinear? These are the points 2, 3, 4, minus 1, minus 2, 1, 5, 8 and 7. Firstly make the vector from AB point, then from BC. AB. Position vector of B minus position vector of A. So we get minus 3I minus 5J minus 3K. Similarly BC, 5 minus 6I plus 10J plus 6K. So by subtracting these terms, now we will find the ratio. So we get 1/2 in each case. It means to say ratio is equal, so we can say the points are collinear. Clear? Next, fifth, find the direction cosine of the sides of the triangle whose verses are given. So this question you have to do it by yourself. You know how to find the direction cosine. Sides. Firstly make the sides by using this. ABC are given. Find AB, BC and AC. Clear? These are the three vectors. These are the component -3, -5, -3. Then you can find its direction cosines. Clear? Next we will start exercise 11.2. In this exercise we will study equation of line and angle between two lines. Clear? First exercise, first question. Show that the three lines with direction cosine. Direction cosines are given. We have to check these are mutually perpendicular. How we will check? What is the condition for mutually perpendicular? If two lines are mutually perpendicular, it means to say their dot product of direction cosine should be equals to 0. See first question. 12 by 13 minus 3 by 13 minus 4 by 13. These are the direction cosine of first line, of second line. Firstly do the product. 12 into this plus minus 3 into 12 upon 13 into 13 plus minus 4 into 3 upon 13 into 13. So simply on simplifying, now we will take the LCM. 169, 48 minus 36 minus 12. So 48 minus 48 upon 169. It will come out to be 0. It means to say lines with these two direction cosines are perpendicular. Similarly, you have to check for others. Next, second, show that the line through the point, this is perpendicular to the other. Similar way, first of all, you have to find its direction cosines for first 2 points, then direction cosine from other 2 points, then you have to do this dot product. Clear? For parallel, you know the ratio should be same. Next we will do question number 4. How to find the equation of line if the one passing point is given and one vector is given. Fourth question. We have to find the equation of line passing through this point and parallel to the vector 3i plus 2j minus 2k. So the line is parallel to this vector. So direction ratios of this line and the line which we have to find are same. What is the general form of equation of line is x minus x1 upon a, y minus y1 upon b, z minus z1 upon c. What are x1, y1, z1? These are the passing points. 1, 2, 3. This is x1, this is the y1 and this is z1. What are ABC? ABC are the direction ratios. Direction ratios 3, 2 and minus 2. So put the values. X minus 1 upon 3, y minus 2 upon 2, z minus 3 upon minus 2. So this is the equation of line. Clear? Next, fifth, again we have to find the equation of line in vector and in Cartesian form that passes through the point with position vector and is in the direction of this. Similarly, see fifth question. This is the passing point, the point from which line passes, and in the line of direction I plus 2j minus k. First of all, what will be the point? 2, minus 1, 4 plus 4. So this is the passing point. And what are the direction ratios? 1, 2, minus 1. Firstly, make the Cartesian form. Cartesian form should be x minus 2 upon 1, y minus 1 upon 2, z minus 4 upon minus 1. Here, this is the Cartesian form of the line. Now we have to find its vector form. Vector form should be equals to, you will write r, firstly passing point 2i minus j plus 4k plus put lambda I plus 2j minus k. That is the line in the direction of this vector and firstly position vector from which it passes. This is the vector form of the line. Now you understand how to find the equation of a line. If 2 points are given, firstly find out the direction ratios and then take one point as a passing point, any one point, then put in the formula of equation of line. Clear? Next we will do next topic, how to find the angle between the two lines. Question number 10. Find the angle between the following pair of lines. First is, this vector form is given 2i minus 5j plus k plus lambda 3i plus 2j plus 6k. And second line 7i minus 6k plus mu I plus 2j plus 2k. So these are the lines. Now we will study what is the formula to find the angle. Cos theta is equals to b1 into b2 upon b1 magnitude, b2 magnitude, whole magnitude. Now what are these b1 and b2? b1 are the direction ratios of first line and b2 for second line. You have to do the dot product of these two terms and then find the magnitude in the denominator of these two vectors. See how? 3 into 1 plus 2 into 2 plus 6 into 2. I component multiplied with I, j with j and k with k. In denominator, find the magnitude. 3 square plus 2 square plus 6 square. Second, 1 square plus 2 square plus 2 square. Say on simplification, 3 plus 4 plus 12, 9 plus 4 plus 36, 1 plus 4 plus 4. So what we get? 19 upon root 49 and root 9. 19 as it is in denominator, 7 into 3. So we get 19 upon 21. So angle is, we can write theta is equals to cos inverse 19 upon 21. Understand how you have to find the angle? b1 into b2, dot product of their direction ratios and in denominator their magnitude. Clear? So you have to do all the parts of 10th question by using this formula, find the angle. Similarly, in 11th question, find the angle. You have to use the denominator terms as the direction ratios. So 2, 5 minus 3, second minus 1, 8, 4. But if the equation of line is not in the standard form, firstly you have to convert it into the standard form. Clear? Means to say in the numerator there should be x minus a, x minus x1, y minus y1, z minus z1. Similarly here. Next I will do question number 12. Find the value of p so that the lines are at right angle. In this question I will tell you how to convert the equation of line into the standard form. See 12th question. Two lines are given. We have to find the value of this p. These are the perpendicular. So we will apply the condition. Dot product of their direction ratios is 0. What are the direction ratios of this line? If you will see, then you will write 3, 2p, 2. But these are wrong. Because firstly we have to convert it into the standard form. In the numerator there should be x minus 1, not 1 minus x. So we multiply this term by minus. It will be minus 3. Divide each term by minus 3, or you can say multiply each term by minus 1. Similarly here. Here the coefficient of y is 7, but the coefficient of y should be 1. So divide each term by 7. 2p by 7. This is already in standard form. Again you have to divide by minus 7. This is in standard form. Again divide it by minus 1. Clear? So see, direction ratios are changed. What are the direction ratios of first line? Minus 3, 2p upon 7 and 2. For second, 3p upon minus 7, 1 minus 5. Now apply the condition. Multiply minus 3 into 3p upon minus 7 plus 2p upon 7 into 1 plus 2 into minus 5. This is equals to 0. 9p upon 7 plus 2p upon 7 minus 10. So we get 11p upon 7 equals to 10. So p should be equals to 7 into 10 upon 11. That is 70 upon 11. So this is your answer. P is equals to 70 upon 11. Next question number 13. Show that the lines are perpendicular. Similarly, you can put the dot product of direction ratios. If it comes not to be 0, then you can say these are perpendicular, otherwise not. Next topic, find the shortest distance between the two lines. We will do the 14th question. Firstly, see what is the formula to find the shortest distance. See 14th question. These are the two vector form of lines. Firstly, see the formula. I had written the standard form of equation of line in vector form. A1 plus lambda b1, A2 plus lambda b2. What are A1, A2? A1, A2 are the position vector of passing point. B1, B2 are the direction ratios. So formula to find the distance, B1 cross B2. Cross product of direction ratios dot A2 minus A1 upon magnitude of this cross product vectors. We will apply this formula here. Firstly, you have to find B1 cross B2. You know how to do the cross product by using the determinant I, J, K. Components of first 1 minus 1, 1. Second 2, 1, 2. Simplify it. Minus 2 minus 1. 2 minus 2. 1 plus 2. You know how to do the cross product. Firstly, hide this horizontal and vertical. Then do the cross product of these. Then corresponding to J, hide this vertical and horizontal line. Then cross product of 2 into 1, 1 into 2. Similarly for K. So we get minus 3i minus 0j plus 3k. This is B1 cross B2. Now find its magnitude. minus 3 square plus 0 square plus 3 square. So we get 9 plus 9, that is root 18. Clear? Now you have to find a2 minus a1. Position vector of this minus this. 2 minus 1, 1i. Minus 1, minus 2, minus 3i. Minus 1, minus 1, minus 2k. Sorry, here this is j. 1i minus 3j minus 2k. Now put these values in the formula. D. So, first we take the modulus. b1 cross b2 is this. Minus 3i plus 0j plus 3k. Dot a2 minus a1. 1i minus 3j minus 2k. In denominator, magnitude. Magnitude is root 18. Now simplify it. Minus 3 into 1, minus 3. 0 into minus 3, 0. 3 into minus 2, this is minus 6. So we get 9 by root 18. So this is the shortest distance. You can simplify it by rationalizing it. 9 by root 18. 9 root 18 upon 18. So answer is root 18 upon 2. Or for further simplification to the prime factorization of 18, we can write 3 root 2 upon 2. So this is the answer, 3 upon 2 root 2. This is the distance between two lines. Similarly, you can solve all the questions 15, 16 and 17. Same formula you have to apply to find the distance between two lines. Clear? This is your both the exercise. Thank you so much.